What's going on, YouTube? I'm the History Buff, and welcome to another Sabaton reaction. So when I first started my journey with Sabaton, I got all cocky, and I said, yeah, I'm going to do Sabaton Saturdays. I'm going to do one of these at least once a week, right? And then I got hit with a nasty virus, and I'm finishing up grad school, and a couple other excuses that I can start listing to. Needless to say, I dropped the ball. It's already Monday, and I'm late with my Sabaton reaction. So I apologize. I guess when it hits your feed, you'll know. But I am going to try to do them once a week. Grad school finishes up 1st of May, and then I'll hopefully be just on track to be able to do more videos. But so far, I've really been enjoying this journey. So what I'm going to do this time, I'm going to react to the song Carolus Rex. So since I am late and I dropped the ball, I hope to make it up to all of you with a double reaction. I'm going to be checking out the English and the Swedish versions of this song. I'm going to start with the English official video and then follow that up with an epic Swedish live performance. So I can't wait. Let's check it out. Okay, so I know I usually take a little bit of time to talk about history stuff, for obvious reasons, right? But this is Swedish history, and I'm well aware of the fact that most of you watching this are from Sweden. So, I'm not going to go there. I did watch the Sabaton History channel, and a lot of great information. I guess to generalize it, Sweden had kind of ventured out to the Baltic Sea and formed a decent empire, and it was very shaky though, right? So Carolus the 12th came into, again, a shaky kingdom, and he basically had to come right out of the gates as a full-fledged badass, really. Very controversial figure. And that's as far as I'm going to go. Because again, this is your history, and at some point I think I'm going to make a disclaimer on my channel. Being a historian does not mean that you know everything there is to know. I think you guys have figured that out by now. I do have a degree, but my study was in very specific things. I'd like to think that I know a very little bit about a lot of stuff, with a couple little specializations here and there, but that's really about it. And so certainly when it comes to Swedish history, I'm just not going to go there. So, but what I did appreciate, the second half of the Sabaton history on Carolus Rex, Per started talking about something that actually fascinated me, and I have way more respect for this band now than I did before I watched this video, and I had mad respect for them, but this just knocked it out of the park. He started talking about how incredibly controversial the figure of Carolus Rex is, how people automatically assumed that they were neo-Nazis because they were doing albums about Carolus Rex, for really no other reason than he was a nationalist, a very, very hardcore nationalist. And I do not want to get political on my channel whatsoever, but I appreciate the fact that they stood up to that and said, don't tell us what the hell to sing. If you're going to come at us with these accusations, you better damn well be ready. Just an amazing interview, and I imagine you guys are all fans. You've stuck through it, so hopefully you didn't fall down that rabbit hole. But without going too much into it, I don't think you guys were in the dark about this. And over here in America, we went through something incredibly similar with Donald Trump. Now, hate the guy if you want. I mean, yeah, he's an asshole, But people who were calling him Hitler and calling all Trump supporters Nazis was a bit out of line. Again, hate him if you want. Unsubscribe from my channel if you need to. Whatever. If I'm triggering you right now, but simply taking somebody who has a nationalist viewpoint and automatically equaling it to Hitler just pretty much shows that there's a lack of understanding about history and about what Nazism really stood for. Yeah, nationalism was a part of it, but there was a lot more to it than just nationalism. So yeah, more mad respect for this band just because they stood their ground. They still put out these albums. They still kicked ass, and they were unapologetic about it. So, thumbs up to them. All right, so enough of my yammering. Let's get to it. So I do apologize. I guess this is not an official video, but this is a fan-made video, is what I read in the description. But Lizard71 from the Reacticide Discord gave me this link. So he has never steered me wrong in the past. So we're going to check this out. So English version first, followed up by live Swedish version. So here we go. This must be all the monarchs who are going at it, duking it out, maybe. I think he was 15 when he... Oh, man. Awesome time work there. I'll crank this up. He wears his crown like a badass, you know? No allegiance, I will swear no oath. From my God, not by the church, as my power is divine. Okay, let me stop there really quick. So, one of the things they did talk about was he had no interest in sharing his power with anybody. Parliament, you know, when he was there, everybody had to just keep their mouths shut, you know, only spoke when you're spoken to kind of thing. But at the same time, he was a very, very fair and benevolent ruler, again, according to the History Channel. But of course, you know, he says the only person that he actually serves is God, right? And one of the fascinating things that I tend to study a lot when I was studying history was that, you know, these different dynasties who had to prove their reign was legitimate because God, you know, deemed it to be so. And some of the interesting stories, usually a lot of the first king of a monarchy or of a dynasty usually had some kind of vision, right, on a battlefield. You think of like, not necessarily I think Charlemagne too, but like Clovis from the Franks, you know, there was everybody painted crosses on their shields, and then they magically won the battle. You know, so there's usually some kind of story like that that they kind of use. Maybe it really happened, but they use it to kind of show everybody, no, look, this is God's thing. And then of course, once they're seated, then their lineage just kind of goes on from there. So I just always thought that was a really interesting thing to study, like how power is transferred and how it's deemed upon certain people, right? So, anyways. They thought I was too young to rule the land. Just as they failed to understand how to rule. My time has come. I was chosen by heaven. Say my name when you pray to the sky. Damn, this is a banger, man. Can't wait to see the live version. Okay, I do have to say, you know, it's me. I stop. It's what I do. I have a confession to make, or maybe just an apology to give. Maybe that's a better way to put it. I've watched maybe 4 Sabaton videos so far, and I have not once commented on Joachim's vocal abilities. Not once. I talked about him rolling his R's a little bit. I probably because I was mostly geeking out about history and the stories, and then of course Hannes the drummer. Oh, that's full. I haven't mentioned it, but when I go back and listen, his voice is incredible. He hits notes that are and the grit he puts on his notes are so incredibly sustained, and it doesn't ever change. His voice has always kind of got that same power to it, no matter what he's doing, no matter how high he is, and all that. So I just had to get that out of the way. Dude's got an incredible voice, absolutely amazing. So sorry I didn't mention that before.
Hear my orders, question me and die.
Question me and die.
What I say was said in heaven, and so it shall be done. I know I was destined to rule around. All for myself, I have claimed the throne, born to rule. My time is now. I was chosen by heaven. Say my name when you pray to the sky. See Carolus Rex.
See, I already know the words.
With the Lord my protector. Make a vow to my will. To the sky. See Carolus Rex.
Dude, I'm gonna have this in my head, man.
To the sky. See Carolus Rex. All this night shall be mine, there's no stopping me. All over Europe my rule shall be questioned by none. All I say, give to me, that is my decree.
Nice bridge here.
My will be done.
Solo.
They thought I was too young to rule the land, just as they failed to understand how to rule. My time is now.
Okay, let me stop there. I'm super curious about this video, man. This looks like I don't think this was just a fan made. Does this come from a movie? I thought I saw Orlando Bloom in there. Maybe did this come from a movie or something? Let me know. I don't know. But the 17th and 18th century warfare has always kind of cracked me up, where they stand so stoic in lines, and they volley fire back and forth, and you saw him just standing there, and a guy gets shot and falls, and everybody's still, and of course when you had muskets, single load, that's kind of, I guess, your only option. But it reminds me, guys, check it out. Maybe I'll put a link in the description of the video. There was this group called The Whitest Kids You Know, and they did a thing called the Polite War. And it's hilarious because they're sitting there fighting Americans, and they're like, "Oh, you're not following the rules. You took 2 shots. You're not supposed to take 2 shots." And it's hilarious. So I'm gonna put that in the description. But yeah, the warfare of that time always kind of cracked me up a little bit. It's a gentleman's war, right?
I was chosen by heaven.
Ooh, good place to stop.
When you pray to the sky, see Carolus Rex. To the sky.
Oh, it snowed.
To
Ugh.
the sky, see Carolus Rex.
Yeah, I guess it does snow up there, huh?
To the sky, see Carolus Rex.
That's cool. So obviously there was a place where they have, it looked like his battle regalia and his tomb. So let me know where that is. Oh, I've seen that video before. All right, let's check out the live version now. Okay, so once again, my man Lizard71 said this is the best live version, Swedish version. It's the Great Tour in Stockholm No idea what year this was. I tried to look in the video description, and it doesn't say, and then most of it's in Swedish, so no clue. So let's check it out. I do know the thumbnail had some cool looking pyro, so I'm beyond excited. All right. I think if I recognize all the band members, then I can think it's kind of newer, right? Ooh. I like how he's got the drum there. Got freaking cellos. Oh, this is awesome. So once again, we get that version from the band, or that view. Sorry, view. Wait, let me. I was busy trying to speak English there. Let me back up a little bit. I don't want to miss any of this. So what I'm saying is, we got that view from again. That's I don't know if this was the same one I saw with A Lifetime of War. I'm not sure. I don't want to try to say it in Swedish and jack it up, but kind of the same thing where they stand there and they kind of spin around and look at the band as they're playing, which is cool. But I think I want to watch a video too from what it looked like from the outside too, you know, because you can't really see the drummer, you can't, you know, see all that. But anyhow, I noticed a few more people with Asgardian armor on. That was cool. So okay, let's go. Back there. So once again, I hear a lot of other voices. Oh, they are all singing. Okay. Awesome. Because I wondered that in the very first song that I heard with them. That is so cool that you got the two cellos and the bass back there. Man, so cool. All right. And I noticed, too, the captions I have are in... Yeah, that's not helping me. I'm just going to take those off. I know what the words are now, though, so all right. So close. Every movement is like a robot. How cool would that be to like control that fire with your arms, you know? See it? He's hitting his cymbals. Look at. It's like, dude, don't touch my damn cymbals, man. I love that stop right there. Kicked it up a little half octave there or whatever. Dude, I won Sabaton dog tags. I'm jumping on that website immediately. Look at that cool merch. Oh my god. You know the last time how long it's been since I bought a band t-shirt? We're talking 20 years probably. Oh my god, I gotta start again. All right. Okay, let's talk about that. Alright, it's a super badass song, and as many of you have said, these guys, their songs sound so much better in Swedish. And something else they said in the video, which bugged me also, they said that by singing Carolus Rex in Swedish even made it worse, because it kind of amplified that whole nationalist approach. And again, I could not be any more against that line of thinking, you know. As I said in one of my earlier videos, there's a time and a place for bringing yourselves together as a nation, you know. There's nothing wrong with being proud to be Swedish or American or any other nationality or country that's out there, right? Obviously, there's moments we've seen in history where they've taken it a little too far. But to simply be proud of your heritage and where you come from and where you live, keep that up. Don't let that go away, even if people start giving you hell about it, right? So that's it for my soapbox. I'm gonna move on with that. No, super cool, man. I am, and the coolest thing about this is putting more and more music into my playlist after I listen to it. Unless you guys have any other reactions from this particular album, I think I'm just gonna start binging this album, listening to it from start to finish. Again, unless some of you say no, please react to this first. I've already reacted to A Lifetime of War, and that's on this album. So if I got the green light, I'm gonna keep going with that. So either way, thank you guys for joining me tonight. Sorry about my soapbox, and hopefully I'll see you in the future. But as always, enjoy your week, stay safe, healthy, and be nice to each other.